running the entire time that we're here. So again, remember, if you hit it by the time you think you see something, it's already gone.
Okay, so what's your IQ?
So you're basically, like I said, the safety director, you're going to be scouting the whole area and letting me know what numbers you get above that 20.
Okay.
So again, we're going to keep it escalating up. I will tell you that last night, it went up to 120.
Yeah.
What was your boyfriend name?
I'm scared.
What year?
Where are you? Nice. Y'all, I'm scared. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing.
Where's the mansion?
I want that. What game you got?
What's your name?
Y'all, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. Hey, I don't see nothing.
All right, slower movements.
Oh.
So when I actually watch this video, I watch it in fast forward. The reason why, it's easier for me to see where the anomalies are if it's going twice as fast. And I can almost see like somebody moving, like they're moving like this. You know what I mean? I can see that if it's going in twice the amount of speed. So in real time, it's gonna look like this right here, then this right here, and then this right here. But if I'm watching it in fast forward, it's gonna look like this, like I'm dancing. So it's gonna be somebody kind of waving me by, if you're getting my point. You're gonna see there's a lot to this.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I am.
Nothing dark is here. So kind of think of it that way.
Nothing dark.
Just because you can't see them doesn't mean that they're going to be evil people. They were people just like us.
Yeah, but their spirits are here. Oh shit. Come on. Me too.
And I keep hearing whispering. I swear to God. Especially over here.
Oh shit.
And I'm not trying to go
What's the ghost thing?
It's
say?
at 0 right now, but like every time
But like when you was over there, it was going stupid.
it went 20.6, so something flew by.
Oh my gosh.
So he says whenever it's a number, he's like, if you point it, it's not pointing in the direction. He says whenever you get a number above 2.5.
Oh my God. Come here. I swear to God, come here. Oh my God. I swear to God. No, I don't want to pop up. I swear to God. Look, show your move. Show your They're going to tag yo. Yo,
He was chasing me?
Hang on.
He was chasing me?
Hang on. Let me see that.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, I see him.
Oh, it's
That's the pole.
That's the pole.
Okay, that's about. But it was something.
On my life, I seen a whole body,
So
yo.
I scared it.
I saw a body too.
So
Because
let me just tell you straight up that is always going to try to make it look like a person.
So those are leaves fluttering around.
So
branches.
it's picking up the branches,
Yeah, the branches,
and it'll
yeah.
even pick up the subtlety of the window to the window pane on the restaurant over there. Like
I
it's
see it.
subtle, and I have that sensitivity
I was
turned
scared.
down.
Yeah, I
You'll
see
be okay. Again, if you have somebody, and even if you want to try to keep somebody in view too, so like Trill's in the view right now, right? So if somebody's like floating above him, that's nothing. That's catching something back there. It would be standing on the ground.
okay, but I think it's morning right here. Because it wasn't in the
Oh, it said it was built in 19.
Built in
Something.
19.
It didn't finish it, but it says like built in 19.
Oh, I was
It said, like, built
scared.
in 19, clear as day. Like, 19? Yeah, it didn't finish what else, but it just said it was built in 19. Should I go back over there?
Boy, I thought I had some, boy. He could tell. Girl, I thought I had some. I'm scared. I'm about to go over near his corner. I think there's a shadow. I think there's a shadow. I hope. It's a tree. Creation. Yo, what? Bro. Oh my god.
It's something. Oh, it's something over here. This thing is at 19.4.
It's at 19.
Wait, no, it's not the higher number yet. You have to wait.
Oh.
It's something over here. It keeps going ham. I swear. It keeps jumping to like 11, which is a very high number, but it's not higher than the 20. So I'm not supposed to sound like.
Come on.
Something over here.
No,
it
no.
wasn't
19.
92.
Sorry.
It was just jumping ham. What else the number was? But it wasn't over.
Okay.
It really does feel like something's over here, because every time I walk over,
I'm
it's
scared.
climbing slowly.
Looking at.
Eliza?
Wait, come over here.
Eliza, are you here?
Yes. That's my daughter. Is it
It
jump?
doesn't really do the point thing. It's like it has to walk by, or I have to walk by something.
Like walk slow and like whenever it like, bruh, come here. Oh my god, I swear to God. Wait, that's me.
That can't be you.
Wait, that's me. It's my shadow.
Oh.
I thought. I'm sorry. I thought it was my shadow.
Oh, yes, it will pick up shadows.
Yeah, I was like,
Let me
what?
explain why. Little science lesson. You ready? That is an absence of light because you're blocking it. So it thinks that your shadow is in front of the gravel. Does that make sense now?
Uh-huh.
So that's why it's always going to pick up your shadow.
Okay. I thought, man, I want something bad.
Oh my goodness, I just saw a shadow float.
Like, where can you find the people?
They'll show up when they're ready.
Well, get ready.
Why not get ready?
All right, I say we rein this one in. You guys
Okay.
actually got quite a few numbers and things for me to check out. So Joey, go ahead and put yours on mute. But ooh, I'm cold and I'm warm. Like that's an interesting piece.
Oh, it said, do you understand my language? Gotta scope.
One of the ministers at my church calls her Joyana. I can't do that. It's crazy.
Did I just say it the exact same way?
Yeah, you said
Yes,
Joy.
and that's exactly. You say Joy, and my name is Joy, but her middle name is Joy. It is crazy though because.
Are you a ghost?
Do you know this stuff?
Yeah, let's go ahead and stop.
Us, me too. Okay.
Yeah.
Press record, Erin.
They wanted to learn why I do this. So I sat with them for an hour in my office and told my story, basically.
Oh, so this the alley, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't she buried in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Oh snap!
The alley named Philadelphia.
Oh, whoa! He just made it make sense. He said this that. You smart.
Right. I know.
Oh my God. Bro. He said.
We're going to stop here, but I want to see if this group's going to go past the same lane. So I think,
I didn't realize it was big.
yeah, there's going to be people behind us. Just let them pass through. Joy, go ahead and put yours on mute if you don't mind. Excuse us. And by the way, in case I didn't tell y'all, you're the weirdos, so they're all going to look at us because you got the blinky light gear. They don't.
Hi.
Kind of people
I need to start
you're
doing
wondering
that.
where all the weirdos are tonight.
Oh,
You're
they know
them.
what we are. They just said Ghostbusters.
So
I'm
to that
Ghostbusters.
alleyway next to the other place.
I got
No. Oh. I know it says Philadelphia
Dang.
Alley at the end.
Okay. Never mind. I thought you made a connection. Never mind. You still
over there by the table thing, I could see your energy. And then another one I got was like a weather report saying the 60s going to like the 50s.
And that was along the way here.
And yeah, that was like on the crossway.
Okay. And then, Joy, did you get anything? Did you get anything out of yours?
Nothing that I can. I heard a bunch of stuff. I couldn't figure out what it was.
I
heard
look
a
at it
bunch
this
of
way.
stuff,
If you didn't hear it, you weren't meant to hear it.
Okay, yeah.
So, remember, we're going to be in here kind of stirring things up, and then we're going to go across the street, and I'll give you another piece of history over there. You're going to get answers from both locations. So if you do have a camera, we do want to shoot the camera, not necessarily on me like what you are. You can almost grab that top handle and just hold it at your side, going one way or the other, preferably that way, because we do have people that way. So again, just grab it and just hold it at your right side, so that way we actually have a shot of the alley. So the same thing goes with yours, Aaron. Most people would do kind of like the belly shot. You can go either way. That's kind of how it doesn't always have to be on me, if you guys are getting the point. Remember, we're at a 7 or above at this location. Every ghost tour comes down here. I was actually going to take this out this year. This was going to be the space, but I'm going to be doing it intermittently simply because I get so much evidence from this guy, it's not even funny. But I wanted to take it out because every tour literally comes here. Here's how the story goes, because we all tell the same story. I'm just going to give you different details because you're not on the campfire marshmallow kind of ghost tour like what they are down there. So, a doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. In the event that the song Brown Eyed Girl shows up on Trolls of Ice while we're here, it's not uncommon to hear that because it's part of his name. You guys are getting my point. So, Dr. Ladd moves here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a bunch of money from her dead parents. She's an attorney, helping her out with all of the cash flow. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money, so he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. He moved to Charleston to prove that he's not. On his way into town, he was set up to be robbed and killed by the coachman that he had. It's kind of like having a bad Uber driver. So just kind of think of it that way. Somebody was walking by and seeing what was about to happen. That guy's name was Ralph Isaacs. I stop and say his name slowly because Ralph has the same initials as where the doctor came from. Rhode Island, Ralph Isaacs. We were getting the letters RI all the time on regular spirit boxes, so I bought another device that basically acts like a digital Ouija board. So I wanted to make sure I had the exact letters, and in the year that I've had it, we've had it about half a dozen times whenever I bring up Ralph's name, so now I know who it's relative to. But anyway, back to Ralph. He tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me. I got friends at 59 Church Street. You can rent a room down there, and you'll be safe. Doc took him up on the offer, and the two gentlemen became friends. The longer the doctor stays here in Charleston, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. It's not after Amanda's money. She got wind of this, and she's moving down so that way they can get married. Dr. Ladd became known as the Whistling Doctor. That's another reason why I was going to take this out, is because every haunted city you will ever visit in the future is going to have a cliched whistling ghost. I don't like cliches, but I'm a writer. You can see why I don't like cliches. But at the same time, moving back to Dr. Ladd and Ralph, they go see plays together, but they cannot sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. So, on the way home, they're talking about this play they just saw, and they're arguing over the actress. Dr. Ladd thought the new actress was awesome. Ralph didn't. They start arguing, and then Ralph is insulting the doctor's fiance back home in Rhode Island. So it gets really ugly, and they go their separate ways. But Ralph puts an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society kind of thing. Doc saw the ad and rebutted with, let's go to Dueler's Alley. That's where you are. This is where duels used to occur. Let's settle this once and for all, and somebody's going to die. So they came down here, they went back to back, they took their 10 paces away from each other, they turned, and the doctor pointed his gun in the air. He shot his one shot. He didn't want to kill his friend, he just wanted to have the courage and bravery to show up. However, Ralph has his one bullet still. He puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doc doesn't die, but he falls to the ground. His friends picked him up and took him home to 59 Church Street, where he dies 10 days later, November 2nd of 1786, after refusing medical treatment and 10 days after the duel. I'm going to point out two things. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds are a lot different back then than they are now. He's also a doctor, which means he probably just tried to bleed out the bullet because he thought he had lead poisoning. But he failed because he died. Now, all of these tours that you see around us are telling their people to listen for the whistles. We have 2 cameras running plus my voice recorder. we're going to capture a whistle, it's going to be on one of those 3 devices. Secondly, spirit boxes, especially one that's running like what Trill's using right now, I've gotten whistling parts of songs and the word doctor from a commercial immediately after. Doctor, we get it all the time. Dozens upon dozens of times. So again, it's okay that you're not listening to it right now. It's recording. It's perfectly fine. So if we get it, we get it. There's other clues that will pop up around Dr. Ladd. His birthday shows up all the time. Even though we're not even in the same month, it comes up all the time. It's kind of like his way of just letting us know he's here. We will get all these weird little clues. The address will show up, things about the house, things about, Dr. Ladd personally will show up, but kind of keep that in mind. I will also tell you that if you're going to try this on your own, I know you guys are only staying for one more day. I did get that much information out of you guys. And if you go through this alley on your own, even during the daytime, and turn on your voice recorders, and trying to capture those whistles, just remember that every local knows this story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland Street or Queen, we all throw a whistle down the alley. I do it I used to do it every night because my office is over there. My old garage is that way, which means I used to have to pass this alley about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd always throw a whistle down here ever since I got thrown out. Let's talk about that, because that's the fun part of the story. This alley didn't always go all the way through the way we came in. The reason why is because there was a wall up there, and this was called Cow Alley. This is where they kept the livestock for the city of Charleston. So a bunch of cows and chickens and all kinds of livestock down here. What that means for you guys is that the bricks on the other side are older than the ones we're standing on. Those bricks down there are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's one full handprint from a slave child down there and fingerprint swipes and others. I used to take my groups down there all the way through for a history lesson. Nothing paranormal about it. Remember the way I treat cemeteries. That's the last place you're going to find that slave child. He's not there staring at the brick. He's with his mama somewhere, right? So with that, November 26th of 2020, I took my group down there. My entire group of 10 is huddled around the brick, waiting for something to happen. I know nothing's going to happen. I'm also trying to be respectful to the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. We're right outside this gentleman's dining room window. Well, he came out screaming. He was not happy with us. My daughter thought it was hysterical, by the way, because she was on the tour that night, and she was 14, 15 years old at the time, and she thought it was hysterical. So we moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't tour on Thanksgiving because I used to work for Walmart in upper management, and we all know what Thanksgiving looks like on Walmart, right? I've been scarred for life because moms like to fight over towels. So the next day, bless you. The next day was the 28th. I called my partner the next day, and I kind of told him what happened with the neighbor down there, and he laughed at me just like my daughter did. And he said, dude, you're not allowed to go down that far. You're only allowed to go down about halfway, which is about where that group's standing right now. They know their limits. So he said, you're going to have to reroute your group. What I told my group that night, because I'm sold out again, it's Black Friday, I said, I don't believe in the next story because I've never had anything happen there, and I'm a vampire guy. I'm not into pirates. We're obviously talking about pirates next. Before we left, somebody with a spirit box heard the name Anne. I didn't tell them which pirate we were going to be talking about. The famous female pirate, Anne Bonny. So it's kind of like, oh, snap, maybe we're going to get something. We go around the corner, and I told them what I did know, which wasn't much. Somebody else, here's the number 300. I don't know what that one means. I write it down. I do the research on that. We were there November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy was on November 28th of 1720, the exact 300-year anniversary of her pirate trial. I was actually ticked off. Let me explain why. Pirate stories come from pirate lore. Pirate lore, and I'll be honest, I have a master's degree in creative writing, which means all my degrees are in English. Pirate stories, again, those pirate stories came from 100 years after the golden age of piracy. So we're going to let this group pass through so we can either split the seas or come closer to me.
Yes, you know
Any
that.
numbers?
It's nothing right here.
Okay. Again, you can see where the lampposts are, so you can see where we're kind of looking at those kind of things. Any words showing up for us, James? Have you looked at that thing at all?
Yeah, I had got on the way here, it was PC, and then when we got here, it said search everyone, zone, independent, sometimes alphabet, and now it said margin.
Independence is interesting because so I talked about the signers of the Constitution earlier. One of them is literally buried on the other side of this wall. So I would be more interested if it said signer and not so much independence, because it wasn't the Declaration of Independence that he signed, it was the Constitution. So 2 different documents. So
The margin.
the margin is interesting. But I'm also interested in where you said PC, just like the letters PC. Who the hell is that? It's Charles Pinckney's initials backwards. Was my first thought. It's a stretch, but I do like it.
Yeah, you just
Still like it.
There, Charles.
So what's going to happen from here is we're going to go up and around the corner. As far as our cameras go, you guys can keep them running if you want to, because we're not going to be going too far. EMF, we will be able to spread out, but the EMF at that location can be very minimal. I'm actually excited about a 2.5. Kind of keep that in mind. Let's see. What else do we have going on here? Definitely listen to your spirit boxes along the way to see what we have going on.
What did it say?
2000.
KLAUS, I'm going to do an experiment with you at the next location, since you're going to be, sitting down. I'm going to try something new that I haven't tried before. But what's weird about this location is I'm also trying something new for our last location, but it starts here. So basically, I believe that Dr. Ladd likes to intercept with our last location, and I'm going to try to prove it. So I have a code word written in my notebook. I will show you what it is. I don't want to do that. I don't want to show it to anybody just yet. So I'm going to basically just exploit it so that way Dr. Ladd can see it. And if he says it during our last location, I will know for sure that he is following from one location to the other. It'll kind of prove the point that I believe that our spirits are travelers and are just not necessarily locked or trapped in one location. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. It'll make more sense once we get to that location and why I'm not showing it to you. Because the last location is a full-blown experiment, different than what we've been doing all night long. Where the hell did I put that code word? I wrote it nice and big so I can find it. Alright, so I'm going to turn over here. Dr. Ladd, if you could take a look at this word, if you're here, this way you can say the word during our last experiment and I can prove that you just. Okay. Alright, let's go learn about crazy rated R pirates and let's see if we can get it over there. You can keep rolling if you want to.
I put them up. I got $750.
Yeah.
$750. $750.
Mr. Nick.
I said $750. $750. $750 or $50?
750.
The 50 is relevant.
750.
7?
150.
And he just said $275. Like, it's not.
Man.
I'm getting.
You gonna bust your nose?
What if you put some money in your pocket? Put some in mine too. That's so ugly. That's nice. Hellcat SRTs. Oh,
The average is good.
she said it's fighting.
And the average is good.
The average is good.
What?
What you said? It's we fighting.
This thing said we're fighting.
He just said we're fighting. It's time to go back.
Oh my
God. He said that.
Hold up, y'all said that we're fighting.
He said it's time to go back.
Gotta go back to the hotel room.
It just said we're fighting. It's time to go back.
Oh my God.
Clear
Let me
as
tell
day.
you.
Oh my.
Dun dun dun. Oh my life.
They go to the top.
This ain't holy.
I'm actually excited about 2.5 on that back half. Okay. So these parking meters, things like that are going to be cool. All right. You guys get it.
That's my shadow.
We would normally get words like competition and competing competitors and that kind of thing over there. But I'll take we're fighting. Like, that's a good one. So
We fighting
we're
too.
actually here really early, I think. Again, I don't time this, we just kind of go. But you guys showed up really early, so I think that's why I saw so many cars down Philadelphia Alley. Normally by the time I get there, there's nobody there but us. These cars should be leaving here very shortly, so they'll be out of our way. But I'm going to be doing an experiment here after I give you guys a history with KLAUS. What's going to happen here is I normally save this for the part of the last event that we're going to be doing, but I'm going to give him a virtual reality cam while he's sitting down, and my phone's going to be in there, and it's going to use EMF. So basically like the machine that we're already using, and it's going to translate that into images for him. What we're hoping for is that we're going to be getting images relative to pirates. That's really all I'm looking for. I've only tested this here, I don't know, maybe once, probably 6 or 8 months ago, just to see if we're going to get anything. It was unsuccessful, but hopefully he gets some images that are going to come through, and we'll be able to see how it's actually going to work. We're here because of that little building right there. Did you guys notice those giant crosses on the building? Those are not crosses. Those are earthquake bolts. So if you don't know what that is, they're basically turnbuckles. If we have another earthquake, like what we did in 1886 that I talked about earlier, you can tighten those and it'll tighten the building so it doesn't incur any further damage. It's a great idea, it just doesn't work. And the only reason I bring them up is because it's part of the reason why we're here. Those earthquake bolts were the first set that Charleston ever put in, because that's the oldest government building in South Carolina. It was finished in 1713. So we are here because that building is what I call a familiar. It was being constructed at the same time that Anne Bonny came here to start her new life. So you guys will all watch the YouTubers and the TV shows. You've seen the Boo Buddy before, right? So that's where it's basically the teddy bear with the little K2 blinky light guy in there. So they're trying to attract the child ghost. Now think of that whole experiment that they're doing is because they're trying to attract the child ghost because they would recognize the Boo Buddy as a toy. Think of that concept with this building. There's not many buildings this old in Charleston, so we're hoping that this is going to attract her at the same time that we are here. It's a 50-50 roll of the dice if she'll actually be here or not.
Come on, be a girl.
Now, here's how her story goes. Follow me, there's a couple of twists on this one. I'll slow down on the twist and I'll breeze right through it because there's a lot here. 1708, a young lady moves here from Ireland. Her name is Anne Cormack. She comes here with her father and his mistress. The mistress is Anne's mother. Is everybody with me so far on how that twist works? The three of them are running away from her father's angry wife. How mad was that woman that she kicked them out of the damn country with no airplanes? It's 1708. They came here by boat, and she was angry. They landed in Georgetown. You guys know where that's at, right? So, I'm between us and Myrtle Beach. So, Dad bought a plantation in Georgetown, but Mom died pretty quickly. That means Dad is now sending young Anne down here to Charlestown to sell things from the plantation to help keep things afloat. So,
You said Charles?
Charlestown. This used to be
It
called...
said Charles on here.
I was surprised by it. Remember I told you about the Constitution signer? He's buried right over there. We were just on the opposite side of that wall. So he will show up, and there's another clue that he'll give to kind of verify that it's him. So I'll kind of wait for it between either Spirit Box or even our word list.
Okay.
So I'm not surprised. Where was I? Oh, so back home in Ireland, Anne was was said to be a badass even back then when she was a little girl. They say when Anne was 7, 8, or 9 years old, remember this is pirate stories and nothing is exact, they say she killed a servant with a knife to the belly. So again, young girl that did that. So I just want to give you her mentality as we kind of move through her history. Now, fast forward, the building's done in 1713. By 1715, pirates are starting to come through Charlestown. Anne is stoked. The reason why is because she's going to fall in love with one of these pirates so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. So, the first guy she fell in love with, I say it that way is because there's going to be a lot, and we're going to cover them all. That's what makes the story. The first guy is James Bonny. You already see where this one's going because I already told you her pirate name. Dad didn't approve. He's a filthy pirate. They ran away to Jamaica. They got married. Anne Cormack became Anne Bonny. That's where her pirate name came from. However, when they get down there, she realizes her new husband is not the Captain Jack Sparrow that she was hoping for, right? Because that's what all the young ladies wanted. That full freedom, full-fledged drunk pirate. Anyway, this guy turns out to be a privateer, which means he's a spy for the British. He's a coward. This isn't who she wants. She falls in love again. Guy number 2. This is John Rackham, but everybody calls him Calico Jack. This is the guy they based your Johnny Depp character off of, in case you were wondering. Jack has his own crew. He has his own ship. Anne wants to be part of the crew, but you can't put a female on a pirate ship because it's bad luck. So Jack makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy, look like the crew, you can be part of the crew. She's okay with this because Dad used to cross-dress her as a boy apprentice back home in Ireland to hide her from his wife. She gets it. It's a man's world. But pretty much adults here, right? Put 2 and 2 together. She's a female in his quarters. She's eventually going to get pregnant. You can't have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. Somebody will figure out that she's a girl, and then they're going to get rid of Jack as captain. So Jack drops her off in Cuba. Have the baby here with these friends of mine. They'll help you out and come back later. And we will figure it out when you get back. She goes and has the baby, but returns without a child. I have no idea what happened to the baby. If you ask those questions when we're doing round robins, by all means, get an answer. I just can't prove it. So she comes back without the child, but she's also dressed like a female. This makes Jack pretty angry. Now everybody's gonna know he's got a girl on the ship. So to make him even more mad, she's gonna go flirting with the pirate crew he just captured. They're down below deck. So we're on guy number 3, in case you lost track. Guy number 3 turns out to be a female, dressed like a guy, to be part of the crew that Calico Jack just captured. So now we have 2 young ladies being dressed as males, trying to be pirates. Her name is Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a pirate. So Mary and Anne became friends for sure, maybe lovers, we're not really sure. But the British find out where they are. They send a whole fleet of ships to come take out one pirate ship. Anne and Mary, rumor is, they were the only 2 pirates that came up to fight with 1 bullet flintlocks because they don't know how to use cannons yet. They haven't been pirates for very long. Obviously, 2 ladies with 1 bullet guns are not going to take on a whole fleet of Navy cannons. They get arrested, and as they're being arrested, Anne looks at Jack and tells him, "I'm sorry to see you here, but if you would have fought like a man, you wouldn't be hanged like a dog." The word dog shows up a lot on your communication devices. The judge wants to see the 2 quote-unquote men that fought back so valiantly on their own. He's already tried and hung Calico Jack and the drunk pirates that wouldn't fight. They're dead and gone. 2 ladies go in front of the judge, reveal their gender, hoping to save themselves. The judge could give a shit that they are female. He's still going to hang them. They're still pirates. They scream out, "We plead our bellies," because you cannot hang a pregnant woman in 1720. It's illegal. So he sends them both back to jail, delays the hanging. Dad is still up here in South Carolina. He still has all of his Irish money. He bails out Anne and basically brings her home. And she remarries. That's husband number 2, but guy number 4, because we're going to count Mary. We don't really know. She has 4 kids, dies at the age of 84. Very abrupt ending, because we don't know squat about her after her pirate career. Many, many rumors, and I don't like to spread them. So if we get different answers, we get different answers. Mary Reed died 5 months later in that Jamaican jail from whatever pirates die from in a Jamaican jail. Use your imagination. Most books tell you that it was fever. I'm going to tell you it might have been scurvy. What the hell do I know? So again, they're just trying to make things polite in the books, I think. So I'm not going to control this environment like what I did with the Pinckney Mansion site and give you very focused questions. What I am going to tell you is a few things that I left out of the story on purpose, so at least you had something to work with. Everything else is fair game. Remember, I don't have all the answers. So, things I left out. The names of Anne's parents. That's the father and the mistress. I did not tell you what those names are, but yes, I do know them. I did not tell you the city where she grew up in Ireland. That is very specific of where she grew up. The name of Calico Jack's ship and the color of her hair. Ask whatever you want to in here. It's fair game. She's pretty open to it. So cameras in here. We do have somebody like still sitting in their car, so just try to stay away from their car. What do we got?
What's the building used for now?
It's a museum.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a fascinating architectural piece. But it is a museum, and it's a good $5 to spend to get out of our heat or cold, whatever season you're here. I mean, you guys are here a pretty comfortable season. But it's still interesting to go see all the different wars it served in, because there's a uniform for all of them. They talk about the construction of the building, because it is very
What did it say?
It is weird. It's an odd construct for sure. All right, let's spread out. Let's do this.
What's the color of your hair?
What happened?
They said 146.
It said 140. Try to go. It said 146. Who is here? Hey, can y'all walk with me? I want to go by the church. Come on, let's walk. Come on.
Right, Anna, let me tell you something. Guess what we out here doing? They got us out here doing some white people stuff. We out here ghosting. We out here ghosting.
Bruh, stop.
Literally. Bro, we got this. Voice boxing?
Julian. I mean, wait, I don't know whether that's... You think that's the tree?
Nah, that can't be a tree because it got the head.
But it say... You think?
Damn.
Let me move my black hair.
Nah.
I think it's...
Nah,
Yeah, I
it
think-
can't be that.
It gotta be. Yeah, it's a tree.
Anna, we had some old church stuff. Yeah. We out here getting
Keisha,
white people stuff.
do you think this is the tree or no?
Huh?
Sorry, bitch.
Right. We're doing some white people.
You said what now? Do I think what?
You think that's a tree?
Yeah, that might be the pole. I can't tell.
Probably is.
Well, get closer to it. Just get closer to it. What is it showing you?
Wait, when if I back up,
I don't know. It might just be that.
I don't know, girl. Girl, I want to really find something.
We got like voices.
It's still on the 100 thing.
Hey, Ann, what's the color of your hair? Ann, what's the color of your hair?
I'm not finding nothing, bro. Oh, sorry. I wasn't meaning to. I was trying to get over there.
This is so weird because it was like moving over there, but it's not moving anymore. It's literally just 0.0. It's actually really interesting.
The whole left came and leave.
I actually kind of want to go back to church.
Me too.
And I tried to go by that gate, but maybe nothing.
Me too.
But it's not moving anymore. And so I'm guessing like something here because it flashed so good.
Bruh. Are you here in? Appear.
I'm just saying appeared.
Stop. He go watch this thing. He like, what the hell she talking about? Appear. I wanna see the ghost. I mean, I don't wanna see the ghost, but I wanna.
It's actually really interesting.
It's not interesting when you ain't getting none.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not getting anything else.
Oh, John.
Yeah. So I'm hip to that. You can use that as blackmail later.
And then the other one was
Going on
make
the
a circle,
sound.
make an oval like an egg, and then let it come down like a nose.
Y'all, so we're out here trying to find ghosts. Y'all, I haven't found nothing yet, but Y'all had any luck? Bro, I wish I had Jones, right? They look great. They can't see nothing. Wait. For real? Me too. I don't want to hear him. I want to hear stuff. That give me, that. It sound like that give me. Oh shit. Oh shit. But he got a VR headset on, so it's.
They're sharpened into a stick, and he has a beard. And his face is turning.
Well, that's the shadow.
His cheeks and his eyes are turning red. There's nothing here. It's more like a goatee hanging down, but all his hair is coming down and is coming to a point to his chest. And then he has on that's proposed like a smock.
Don't walk away. Don't walk away.
But he
I'm
had
sorry.
he had like a plank that he sharpened into a point. But his eyes and his cheeks would turn a different color. Like you know,
Bruh.
flustered.
I don't know whether I'm seeing stuff or whether it just stings.
It was like salt and pepper. His hair all came down.
Y'all, this stuff is so freaking crazy. Y'all, look at all the people. Bro, I'm trying to see if somebody in this mug, bro. Like, when is somebody in that hole? Gotta make sure, y'all. Trill.
And what's the color over here? Hey, and can you just talk to your kid?
And what are your parents' names?
It's a love is what?
Love is what?
It's the mom and the waitress. The mom and the waitress.
That came up?
No, like what you said, it's the waitress name and the mom or the dad.
The dad and the mom.
Nah,
It's the mistress.
mistress. That's what
Mistress.
it is. Mistress.
Wasn't the mistress name Mark? She said, he said Mark for short.
No, he didn't.
No,
he
he
didn't say his
say
name.
the name.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out.
Aaron,
What's the mistress name, man?
hell, you're not even looking.
Somebody want to switch, bro.
You want to switch with me?
Do training jobs.
Huh?
You want to switch with me?
Yes, please.
Hey. Okay. I ain't gonna try. I want mine back.
Nah, I'm good.
Trey gonna have to switch. Trey.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Okay, where do you guys see what's going on here? First off, let me tell you, get what you guys heard. Joy, let's start with you. Anything?
We heard. I can't remember the name. I asked the name of
the name of the
the ship.
But
What is the name that you heard?
That's what I'm saying. We
What did it start with?
Like you know, like a thing, like a.
No,
I
we
wanna
heard
say
it just
sound
as
like
good.
Lil John or something.
Yeah, oh my
But
goodness.
I'm not sure.
I'm so upset. We said it right there. Yeah, as soon as he said I heard it. And we heard, I was like,
They get
and
excited.
I went and walked asking 50 questions. I forgot.
Anna John.
It'll come to her.
King John.
What else? Trill, did you get anything on yours?
I don't think I got anything.
Okay.
If you say something, I'll probably heard it, but like,
But that's why I want you to tell me like what you may have heard now.
I heard her hair. I heard blonde.
Okay.
But
It's
I
funny
don't
because you
really-
did get the word yellow.
Yeah, I heard blonde like 2 times. Yeah, I don't really think I heard it like right.
Okay.
But I
Anything
think
else
it's
stand
blonde.
out to you?
Nah, I don't think so.
And then James, any other words on
Swiss,
the
yes,
word
ma'am.
list that?
Yes.
Alright, so I had Smile, Call, and G.
Gouge, I think. Gouge.
Gouge. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Gouge.
Equally.
Gotta scope
Shower,
the scenery,
try.
yo.
Elemental.
Middle and amazing. And now it's unexpected.
Got that word equally again, didn't we? Let me explain that one. It's the same principle. I will tell you, most pirates were African. So stop and think about what pirates did for a living. They plundered ships and took the cargo. Slaves were considered cargo. They would give them an option: join our crew, or we can send you to the Americas to go be slaves. What do you think they did? Became pirates. So equals, love it. Any other readings? We did get a 146.
I got 40 something. I did get a 40 something.
40 something.
Yeah.
So, did an experiment with Dad/KLAUS over here. And basically what he did was, you guys seen him wearing basically that virtual reality cam, right? So what that does is it generates images for us based off of EMF. So we actually had 2 images that I believe are relevant to our space. First image, you might want to crowd around so I can show them to you. So the first image that came through was this.
That's right there.
Exactly. Even look at the bluish pattern. It almost looks like it's going to be the bricks of the building, because this is definitely standing out. Crazy, right?
It's even slanted like that one too.
Crazy. So the next image that came through, I don't know what this is just yet. So even if, when I do get weird stuff like this, I do put it through Google Lens. We have enough technology today that'll tell me what it is. So if it's relevant to something, maybe it is. I don't know yet. Last but not least.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you who this is. Are you guys ready for this?
Wow.
So I want you to look at this man's face. Now, I'm going to point out a couple of things. First off, this man looks like he has red eyes.
Right.
you can see it on here.
Secondly, his garb that he's wearing. I want you to notice that this is very plain clothing that would be found in the 1700s. He's also holding a plank that it looks like it's sharpened to a point.
Wait, is it when you were doing?
Nope.
Oh, that's
This is probably a very young Blackbeard. Now, Blackbeard was also known to be the devil, because he would always have red eyes and he would put flames in his beard for the fear, so he can gain the fear of his crew.
He said God. I heard God like 3 times over there.
So we will get things relevant to Blackbeard from time to time while we're over here, kind of stirring things up about Anne Bonny. It's the same time period, and it's not like they didn't know each other. Blackbeard also has a very small history here in Charleston, because he did blockade the city looking for medicine. He had syphilis from one of his 14 wives. So he was looking for medication to help with that. So he blockaded the city and held it for ransom until he got enough medicine to leave the harbor. So he does have a small history here, and I've been looking for more things relevant to Blackbeard here. When he started describing it, he said red eyes. I'm like, oh shit, we got him. So I would guess that this is a very young, very disturbed look of Blackbeard.
With syphilis, you would be disturbed.
And
You know what?
That's almost like what they be wearing when they in the, when they sick, because they wouldn't have on their regular clothes. They just have on just the
Right, he's wearing his undergarments,
yeah,
right?
undergarments, yeah.
I am in love with this right now. Like, this is me excited, guys. Just in
No,
case
I
you're
was
wondering.
excited when I saw the cross.
Yeah, the cross is very cool. Like, I love that. But when I
That came on. I said, he done put something on here for me to see.
Nope.
That's your first
cover
time?
the answers, and then I will. I'm sorry. Was the question
Your first time getting something like that?
here? Yes.
First time.
Any more what? Well, we're gonna be going through some more stuff. I'm gonna switch you up at the next location.
Go back there.
Which one? The man?
No,
Google image wasn't sure exactly what it.
That is really so crazy. And then when you started saying the red eyes,
Who's that man? What you see? Huh? Ask who's that man? What you see?
You want to see it? You're gonna run it through Google Lens.
Is that her other man?
You know.
Oh, oh God, oh God.
Swear. She just said, you know. And who is Blackbeard? And have you ever met Blackbeard? He's a superstar.
Oh my God, yo.
She just said, I asked her, do you know Blackbeard? And she said superstar.
Hall of Fame.
Oh my gosh.
So let me give you the quick answers to Anne Bonny, and I'm going to explain our next 2 locations. So Aaron's getting a little bored and dry with his thermal, so we're going to actually do an experiment with him at the next location. The next location is the new spot of the year, so I don't have all the answers because it is a murder mystery. what we're going to be doing there, Aaron's going to be wearing a headset, and I'm going to be giving him his own voice recorder that can hear a frog fart from 3 miles away. Like, it is crazy. So he's going to listen to me tell the tale and see if there's any actual disembodied voices coming through in the background. We will be recording the entire session. I do listen to it from start to finish when I get to the office. It's the only piece that I listen to from start to finish because I'm still learning about the crazy voice recorder. So hopefully you're going to capture something in the background, and I will tell you what we've captured so far once I give you that very short history of what I do know about the mystery. So it's an interesting tale, and it's kind of recent. It's only 90 years old. So I mean, it's 1933, so it's not that old. The last location, we'll be doing the virtual reality piece again, but we're going to be adding an Estes method session to that. Does anybody know what that is? I'm going to blindfold somebody with a spirit box.
Oh.
I want to do it.
Now,
I'll be down.
that person is, well, you've been using it, so you're probably going to be the blindfolded person.
Okay.
So what I was going to do with you is give you the virtual reality piece, since you're the birthday girl. So the two of you are going to be sitting next to each other, and you're not going to know the history. I'm going to teach everybody else the history, and then we're going to come back and talk to the two of you as if you were the ghost. Hopefully, you're going to be telling me like a conversation, and you're not going to be able to hear what the questions are. So you're just going to tell me whatever you hear, and hopefully it turns into a conversation. Hopefully the images that you get are going to be as cool as what we caught here, and it's just going to be supplemental. Your piece is actually more relevant and more accurate than what I'm about to do with him. So yours is about 45% accurate, so about half the pictures are going to be relevant to the space. His chances are like 1 out of 3.
It says say it right now.
So that's kind of like what's going to happen at that next location. That code word that I displayed over at the alley, I'm hoping is going to come through Trill when we get over there. So that doctor likes to poke through and kind of chime over the person I'm really trying to talk to, but he gives me the clues that he's there. So that's why last night was the first night that I tried the code word. It didn't come through. I'm going to try it again tonight and see if we can get it. So I will show you 5 what that code word is when I'm giving you the history, and these two will still not know what the code word is. Does that make sense? I didn't want you guys to be like in on the secret, so he just brings it out. You know what I mean? It makes a big deal out of it. All right, questions to Anne Bonny. By the way, this is one of the few pictures of Anne Bonny you can find where she has a shirt on. The reason why is because she used to bare her breast to show men that they were just killed by a woman. You have to remember, she's wearing male pirate garb. So everybody thinks she's a guy when she kills them, but then she flashes them and says, "Ha, you just got killed by a girl." So told you she was a badass. Obviously, her hair color was red. The names of her parents: William Cormack, Mary Brennan. So this was not another subliminal trick with the name Mary. We just happen to have 2 in the story. So we had Mary Reed from the ship. Mary Brennan was the mom. Now, I will tell you that Mary Brennan was a servant for the Cormack family. Now, you can all guess and be correct on how dad met mom. So there is a whole 30-minute scandal there that we don't need to discuss. The name of the city, what's that? The name of the city where Anne grew up was Cork in Cork County, Ireland. So we do get the word Cork from time to time, not very often, but hopefully, we will get it. And you guys are just missing things in real time, which is perfectly fine. Calico Jack. Everybody wants to see what they based Johnny Depp off of, because it's hysterical. Calico Jack was named that because of the jackets that he wore that came from British captains that he killed. His father was a tailor, and textiles were important to him. Calico Jack basically means fancy jacket. That's where the name came from. Depending on which book you read, it also says fancy pants, but I'm not buying that one. But anyway, the name of his ship was called the Kingston. I don't expect the word Kingston to actually come through on Trill's device. Maybe Joy's, just because it does pick up more disembodied voices, but the word King would suffice on either of the other 2 devices. So again, it's kind of a what color is the big red barn, and we hear the word blood kind of mentality. Sometimes they have to grab whatever they can. We're not going to hear Kingston on Charleston radio stations. It's just not going to come through. But we do have a King Street here, or if somebody's talking about England, you guys get the point. We didn't get any of those things. I don't know what you guys thought you heard the name of it was, but I do want to write down Charles for sure, since he did hear that, and we did get that PC that showed up on James' thing earlier. I can't help but think that that's actually Chuck's initials backwards, just because we are getting closer and closer to his grave. We are going to be walking up about 2 blocks. I do want you to film at our last location, so I'm going to have you hang on to that camera, even though we're not going to use it while you're listening to that crazy, earbud thing. But when you get that voice recorder, man, you're going to see like why I handed it out as a separate thing all by itself, just like the virtual reality cam. Like, it's pretty nuts. Any other major questions on Pirates? I'm stoked, guys. Like, this is actually turning out to be a pretty decent night, especially with that 146 that was caught. We had a picture of Blackbeard coming through. Like, I'm excited for y'all. And I'll be honest, like last night at the end of their tour, I was like, guys, this was like a whole lot of nothing. We didn't get a whole lot at all. So, but anyway, let's go learn about a murder mystery. So, oh, by the way, as we walk, did you guys notice all the big QR codes? I've seen some of you like playing with them on your devices. Yeah. That's my business card. If you want all my social media, the website, email address, and all that stuff, just tap your phone to it. Or if you have Apple, you got to scan it. So that's what that is. I don't do paper business cards because I'm a high-tech guy. So, that. Give you something to do for the long walk.
I am scared.
I gotta go call my mom and son. My mom hates scary movies. What's that? If she could let me see an R-rated movie by myself, she would. Like go in there and watch it yourself. And she said it's all because back in like the 90s or so, she said when they were watching a scary movie, they actually had the person from the thing come out the back and run through.
Oh yeah.
And she said she got up and ran and never went back.
Shit in the 90s, bro.
It was.
I'll be.
It was. I said, I see why you be scared. I'd be scared too.
What happened? What you talking about?
Right, you got this one.
Like me and my mother don't talk about what
I'm walking.
But I will tell you, my mother loves old horror movies. And when I was probably 89 years old, remember, I'm 8, my mom sat me down and we watched The Exorcist together.
I don't even know what that is.
You've never heard? I've heard of it, but like I just can't bring myself to watch something.
Bro, everywhere we go, it just gets stinky. It's stinky.
I just can't bring myself to
It's not like BBL.
We would watch a lot of the old black and white.
You can
Like the Mummy and
gotta scope. Oh my god. Gotta scope the scenery out.
If I tell my mom I'm doing this, she's not gonna believe me. She said, "This is
Hold.
anything super scary yet?
No, nothing. Okay, it's not turning out as bad as I thought it was.
Exactly.
I was like shivering. Hello. Hey, mama. What's going on? We're doing a ghost tour. Yeah.
Like a little.
You remember that? Yeah. Yes, we are. So we walk around the city.
Where's that?
It really is. If we get some footage, we can look over and stuff in the church.
That's where we was. Where that gate was?
No, we haven't been here yet.
Oh, I just want to tell you something. That's what it's.
But when is your birthday?
Oh, my birthday right there.
That would be crazy.
It was the 24th, and hers was the 25th.
Okay. Well, happy
Yeah.
birthday to you too then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
About 16?
Yeah.
Oh.
My mom was like, you always wanted to do that, and I told you no. I was going to walk around the city by yourself.
Not by yourself.
Not by yourself.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, though.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
About to graduate.
We can find this location over the base speed. Whatever the average speed, the base.
Where we're going?
Yeah.
So at the corner, we're gonna be on a corner.
Tombstones when they bury me.
Chill.
Father,
see it's something- a
they
silhouette on
would
top of one of
carry
them.
me. Finally, I'll be resting in peace. Finally, I get to find a way. Somewhere, someday. Because they like to say, I'll say my name. And show you right the truth in the game on my tombstone.
Okay, bro. Get this friend.
Who was even talking to you?
That's my best friend.
Him? Don't get mad because I was going to get nothing.
Don't look at one.
Just,
I'm gonna walk sideways. I was crap.
You like doing this?
I own this company. This is all I do.
Oh.
This is not a side hustle.
But do you like doing it?
I wouldn't do it if I didn't.
Because some people do stuff just to, get their money on
I
it.
found a way to use all my degrees. I still write books. I still keep up the website. I do my own social media stuff. Like I create my own videos on TikTok.
Okay.
Like I'm doing it all. Like I love what I do.
That's what you call a entrepreneur. Stop playing with
It's a
him.
museum.
Stop. I promise you, y'all cry.
Please
Get
don't
you.
spin that forward.
Get you.
Yo,
Good, right?
what happened?
Is you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I used to work for Walmart, and now I do this. What do you think? I actually make more money at Walmart. I was doing pretty well.
A lot of people make more money than Walmart. Walmart for like 17 years.
Dang.
Yeah, she started Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, and then she came here and did it. Then she changed her career.
Who's your mom?
Myra Ball. She started and then she came
Myra Ball.
and then she changed her profession.
I was a co-manager up there.
Really?
Yeah.
And where?
She probably know you.
Conway? It's in Palm Beach area.
Yeah, that's what she was. She was there for like a little while too. Before I was born.
You should ask my mama if she know Nick.
Straight there. Like, 'cause I was transferred from Walmart from Ohio down here with a promotion.
What time period?
2012.
12. Yeah, that'd be about right.
She probably know.
Probably do. Probably do.
I was co-manager Nick. That's what everybody called me.
Three, five, four, 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 3, 5, 4, 4, 3, 5, 5.
B-A-R-R?
Yeah. Why y'all should have that right? B-A-R-R.
I would have said BAR.
Yeah, a lot of people say B-A-R-R.
I'm an English guy. Names mean a lot to me. That's why I'm doing my best to try to remember everybody's name.
I like this little road though. I ain't gonna. That would, bro, that would be a 5 pick right there on my lot. Oh, shit. That's a nice picture, bro. Like, you want to take some pictures?
Yeah, cobblestone stuff is crazy, man.
Want to take some pictures?
Saying, don't ride your car down there.
Huh?
I'm telling you, bro.
okay.
All the
You want to take a picture? We'll take a picture somewhere. Oh, 350 years ago.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Hey, what's things? Oh,
Girl,
O'Reilly, Auto Parts. Ow!
My father-in-law works for AutoZone, so every time we pass an O'Reilly, I start singing that song and he gets pissed.
You going in there? Oh no. Yeah, no, maybe so.
Who is that?
Who is what?
That man. The statue.
Oh.
That's George Washington.
Oh, I want to see it.
I'm going there later.
Oh. My bad.
Oh my God, they're not city trips. I didn't.
Shoot, like,
This is like the New Yorkers.
right. This is like the common New York. No, I mean, Washington.
Yeah, it's kind of
This is a common Washington for sure. This is like a bank or something, just because it got that. Makes sense. Oh, I thought, oh, my bad. Thought it was like Mamma mia. Yeah. We out in the cut with my.
You're up. Have a seat.
Let's go.
You say Aaron,
You need ears?
not Mint. Melvin. No, he's not like him though.
Did you hear
He was
anything
like,
along the way?
Melvin.
you gotta stop for me. You need a different job.
Because I don't know what I'm hearing things, but I'm not knowing how. You see, you hear like that right there, like it said your
No, right.
life.
She's gonna set that down. Go ahead and stop.
Like just now, it said your life.
You're gonna be using this instead. Just you're gonna be bringing that with us when we go to the next spot. So we're only gonna use this guy here. Alright, so we're gonna put you on mute while we're here. So this could be a little noisy on a Friday night. I don't normally do this on Fridays just because it is so high in the traffic. But hopefully we get some good little spots in here when I tell this story. So
look like my picture.
So you should be able to hear everything we're saying. Conversation across the street. Again, what he's hearing right now is literally every noise around us. We will hopefully capture a disembodied voice. Still not knowing about it. I will tell you, last night, the poor sap that was sitting here, somebody drove by and shot off an air horn. Oh man, was it loud? Even when I reviewed it, I'm like, oh my god, that poor guy. So the church bells will go off. It'll just kind of be, be alerted of that. So when they go off, it'll be a little bit louder. So we stopped here simply because of that murder mystery, like I said, and we're not at the location of where the murder occurred. We're as close as I can take you. The murder actually occurred 2 more blocks going south. This is as far as I'm allowed to take you. I can't even take you across the street to go check out St. Michael's Church, those cutoff points for tours. We talked about that back at the alley. Now, we're also here because the woman that was murdered is actually buried at St. Michael's Church. So I'm hoping this is kind of a triangular effect that we're going to continue to get voices coming through here. Here's how this goes. It's very short, very simple, and then hopefully you guys will come up with 1 or 2 questions of what you would want to ask this woman to be able to come forth and tell us what happened. November 1st of 1933, a woman fell to the ground. Her name was Mary Ravenel. If you came over from the Mount Pleasant area and over that big giant bridge, that's the Ravenel Bridge. Good job. I usually have to explain that to people. Appreciate you. But anyway, she falls to the ground and starts screaming in pain and basically says, I know I'm going to die, and the pain hurts me so. Somebody drove by. I want you to picture the cars in 1933. This was probably a badass car, right? So they stopped. They helped the woman on the ground, but they helped her into their car. They took her down to the hospital, which means whoever hit her, because she did say a man hit her, actually got away. They take her to MUSC, which, well, it was St. Roper's then, and she has a doctor. The doctor's name is Dr. Avery Finger. I say it slowly because we've gotten his name on multiple devices while we've been here. He also has a nurse. The nurse's name is Nurse Glasscock. I can only assume that she's female because of the time period, 1933. So, not a whole lot of male nurses back then, I'd imagine. So, the woman, Mary, dies on their table. They don't know how she died. So they send her over to the coroner and autopsy. They find a scrape under her arm, like she was blocking something, but a bullet hole inside of her rib cage, and found a .38 special caliber, inside of her chest. So that's how she died, a slow and agonizing death. But she didn't know she was actually shot, because all she said was, a man hit me. What I will tell you is that the woman...
I heard that phrase.
What?
Back in like the first the burnt down mansion, I heard a man hit me.
A man hit me, exactly?
Yeah, that exact phrase. I heard that.
Yeah, they'll go off every 15 minutes. Yep. Welcome to the Holy City.
I feel like it's still a sign.
There was no gunpowder residue on the woman's body. Her jewelry was all intact. She was not robbed. What do we want to know about this mystery? Think of a question or 2 of what you would ask this woman to make her come forward to talk to us. What would you want to ask? Okay, let's ask for details.
If she had enemies,
It was some music. It was loud.
Where did she fall from?
She didn't fall. She fell to the ground.
Was she?
she got
that's
hit,
very
right.
interesting. Why was she? Okay, was she on
She
the
got-
road or was she?
Sidewalk. Someone shot her. She fell to the ground in pain. Someone picked her up, took her to a hospital. She dies.
but I thought
What happened?
like a
Okay,
car
that's
hit
very
her.
interesting. Why is she?
That's the first thing you would assume with her saying, a man hit me.
That's what I'm saying. So why was she?
So some of the questions that people have come up with have been, who shot you? Because they did say that she said a man. So she saw a male figure at some point. Her jewelry was intact. This was also a very prominent woman here in town. Very rich. Married into money. Was it a hit? Was it a job?
She cheating on her husband.
She was a widow.
Oh, that's
Or she's messing around with somebody else.
She was also a very, when I say a prominent woman, I'm talking about a woman who ran the country clubs. She hosted poet Robert Frost when he came to town. Like, everybody knew who this woman was.
Jealousy. Anybody jealous of her?
Could be.
Anybody jealous of her?
And that, even though that's a yes/no question, if we get a yes out of this, like, I'm happy with that. So let me tell you what we've gotten out of this thing so far.
Drive-by.
Could have been a drive-by. We've gotten a help in the background when it's been perfectly quiet here and only me and my group. We've also gotten a please help, I have fallen. Completely quiet except for me and my group. And we've also gotten some whispers that I couldn't make out what they were saying. So, what is this, the end of January? So I've been coming here since November 1st of last year, because again, new space. So I've been coming here for about 3 months, and that's what we've caught so far. heard anything weird yet? Pretty crazy in there though, isn't it?
I can hear everything.
Yep. Anybody else that wants to try that, you know, you're more than welcome to for, you know, about a minute or so before we move on to our next phase. So, what other question? I like the fact that, you know, you guys just getting the wheels spinning. Once I say it could have been a hit, she was a prominent woman, you know, those kind of things. But she didn't even know, she may not have even known that she was shot. That was a scream from somebody else. I'm just marking the audio, so in case I hear that scream in the background like I just heard, I can say that we also heard that in real time. Any other major questions before we give that thing a try on somebody else's ears? James is like, yeah, I want to see what's going on there.
What was she wearing?
What was she wearing? I don't know.
She was such a prominent in Richmond.
Well,
I wonder why she was
And I get that question a lot too. I don't know where she was going or where she was coming from.
That's very bad.
I don't know if it was static, but it sounded like somebody was screaming.
Just now?
nobody was screaming out here.
I mean, we got the static, keep going. But we'll see what's going on in there. There's a siren in the background.
You hear me? See what you hear. Well, okay.
Were you running from someone?
Did y'all hear me? Did you hear when I said that? I was trying to say.
Were you running from someone?
Yeah.
Mary, we're going to pass this around for another minute. If you want to give us any answers or give us any clues, I'm happy to try to solve this for you.
Mary, where were you going before you got shot? Or where were you going, Mary?
I wish we could be on the roadway.
Where were
It
you
would.
coming from, Mary?
Mary, why were you walking in there?
And it was like a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's a random day.
It was a rando day. I did look it up because I wanted to know what day of the week it was. All right, Aaron, let's give that up to James for a minute or two. See if he can. I think everybody just likes to try this. Everybody in the group last night tried it out.
There's a warrior.
Spare bones.
Maybe she had like me.
Drop it out.
I want to know if she knew. I probably don't know if she knew the guys.
I don't
That
know.
would be interesting. And there's a lot of suspicions on what actually happened. Some people think that she actually had a gun on her and she tripped and fell and went off.
herself.
But there was no gun residue on her. But if it was in her purse and it went off inside of her purse, the gun residue would be on the inside of the purse.
Oh man, so many.
She ain't got no residue, but she got shot.
If she would have shot herself.
Well, a 38 back then was kind of a rare thing to find. They did find one here in Charleston after like a flood or a hurricane or something. But I don't think they were able to identify who it belonged to.
So it'd be very rare to shoot.
Grandma.
Grandma again? Remember the
What
visual,
if her grandma?
do you guys remember the visual piece we just did with KLAUS?
Yes.
One of the things that inspired what we're doing here right now was we're going to do the visual piece again, but I actually got an image of a woman on the ground, and when you put that next to the picture of Mary Ravenel, it's crazy.
It's like the same.
I mean, it is almost identical.
silhouette.
Same facial
You wanna try?
features, like facial expression, like it's
Oh,
pretty
this-
crazy. Yeah, pass it around because we're going to be moving on to our next location.
Oh my God.
Pretty nuts, isn't it?
That's on tough.
It's like, why don't we hear like that all the time?
For real. Like I could hear y'all breathing.
Brian, that thing's crazy. My mother-in-law used it to watch TV one day.
You hear that?
Yes.
Harry from Sussex.
I think so. How old was she? She was 64.
Dude.
All right, we ready to go blindfold some folks?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to try real quick.
Hand that thing over.
No. No Trillian
Go
McGlover.
Oh, strange.
Truly, I think it's stuck in your thing.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
got Velcro on there.
it's a part of me now. So
All right, hand me that guy so I can turn it off.
Wait, can I try real quick?
Oh, you want to go ahead and give it a listen?
All right, don't scream, don't scream, don't
And
scream.
now it's just quiet.
Oh!
Jesus.
Trying to give it up, my boy.
I won't waste your time. I won't waste your time when it comes to you. Come up on the side, give it all to you. People hear music.
I can't live like this. That's like voices. Oh my gosh.
Something about to happen.
It's about to go crazy.
I don't waste my time when it comes to you.
Let's go blind some people. What do we do? The Lucas class? We're going this way, boss. Oh, he's reading.
You want with it? All right.
Excuse me. Yeah, like I didn't like. I thought like it was just gonna be like this, but I didn't know we was like actually looking for ghosts. That's what I do. 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 I hope I find some money on this one. Or would you like me to get on the ground? I just want to see somebody on the stage. Do people really see people in here?
And a lot of times with video, it's in the review. So it's not always a real-time thing. That's why I give you guys all the media back.
Who that is?
I can't tell you who that is yet.
I'm scared. What if I feel like what? I just feel like something's just gonna come out and just get me. I'm about to see who it is though.
No, you're not.
I can't.
Nope.
Oh, it's forbidden.
It's basically what we're going to be doing right here.
Oh, sorry. He said you can't find out who that is, y'all. Whoever monument this is, that's his. Wait.
It's Caleb Higgins. Poor Caleb.
You can't find
Who's going
no
over the spirit box?
I am. I'm doing it. He just wanted something.
Wait, you said.
You're going to be under
Cause
the
you was
virtual.
like he was supposed to be blindfolded.
Well, I noticed that he didn't have the spirit box anymore. And I normally choose the person that's been listening to it for a while because they're kind of training it down. So don't take it personal. He's just been listening to it longer.
You're not supposed to see who it is, James.
That's
Oh no, everybody else is good.
some of the
It's you and
words.
Trill that can't know.
Oh,
Some of the words were new. They said grandma, like you knew somebody.
Go get it.
real bad.
Yeah,
Look at her.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
good.
Harper, exit, and what else was on that? Warrior.
That man good, mom.
Alright, here's how this is gonna go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take your cam, because we're not gonna be using it. You're gonna give me the thermal, and you're gonna take this guy instead, because we actually get a much better picture with that guy. So I'm going to give you guys the tools that we're gonna be using, and then I'm gonna take the rest of them over to that monument and teach them about who that person is. You guys just sit here and chill for like 5 minutes. And so one of my blindfolds is behind you. This I came last night. I'll do it behind them. Yours. So this is disposable. I don't want your eye boogers back, so you get to keep it. I buy blindfolds in bulk, so thank you, Amazon. I know, right? So you guys have already seen how the virtual reality cam is going to work, so you're going to hang on to this piece. And when I come back, don't put any of this gear on yet. So especially when I'm like blindfolding people and I walk away, it never looks good in case another tour comes in. So just don't put anything on yet. But Trill, this is going to work like a Batman mask. So I'm going to open it up for you, so that way you have perforation. So your glasses obviously are going to come into play here. So you'll take those off, and you're going to put this piece over your ears, and then the headphones will go over top. Now again, you don't need to put anything on yet until we come back. So
When did we hear you?
you won't. So we'll be far enough away. I keep my voice pretty low. But at the same time, so when we do come back, yeah, don't put anything on yet.
I know. Just
He's like, I'm testing it out. I want to be Batman. But when we come back, I'll give you guys a few tips and tricks of what to expect out of this. I actually don't take notes during this time period just because I keep an eye on their breathing. Some people have a hard time with this, and I want to make sure if they are having a hard time, we get them out quickly. So again, there is reasons why I go through what I go through. So you guys should chill here for a few minutes. I'm going to take everybody else over to that monument, teach them what's going on. So let's go learn one more piece of history before we do all that.
Give me the quickness thing. I won't waste my time when it comes to you.
So I guess first and foremost.
Wait, what?
So in the event that Trill says the word purple when I ask for it, obviously we know that we have Dr. Lab here. So if you guys don't believe me, I'll show you the clip, obviously, if he actually says it, my notepad. So the first time I came here, I didn't know what to expect. There's a million monuments in here, and you guys have all asked me, who's that monument? Who's that one? So thank you for your curiosity, but we're here to talk about the man behind me. I only had 2 people the first time I came in here, and I just told them to tell me whatever they hear, and I'll see if anything sticks. The one young lady with the spirit box heard the year 1828 and the name Henry. I was using James's digital word list, and I had the name Tim. Behind me is Henry Timrod, who was born in 1828. I'm not shitting you. I promise you, this is all legit. Here's his story. It's very quick. He's a writer, and he's very sick for most of his life. Being born in 1828, he's old enough to go fight in the Civil War. So he actually goes out to the battlefield, and his comrades realize he's too sick to fight. So they sent him home, saying, go be the voice of the war. They knew he was a writer. They wanted him to write about what was going on out there in the battlefield. Came home, started writing poetry about what's going on out there. He became known as the laureate of the Confederacy. So he's pretty excited because he's getting published, and he's doing pretty well for himself, and then he has a son. The son's name is Willie. He's born on Christmas Eve, but he died 9 months later. I know, I'm always telling you guys about dead kids, and I'm sorry for that, but that's the tragedy of these stories. Anyway, the Christmas Eve bit will come through every once in a while, so we'll see if we can get it out of him. But he's obviously mourning, and he's not writing as much. He has a friend, another writer friend here in town. His name is Paul Hamilton Hayne. He says, you know what, you got to get back on track. Go use my cottage in Columbia. You guys obviously know where that is. He goes out there, but that's where he wrote his last words. His last words were, beholder of brief mortality. And then he coughed, and it landed on the page in a bloodstain. He had tuberculosis, and he died right there, pen in hand, age 38. Now, we're here because of that bloodstain. That bloodstain looks like a man writing at his desk. They show this page one day a year at the Charleston Library Society. You have to be a member to be able to go see it because they only show it on Halloween. The internet's beautiful, so I'm going to show you what the page looks like, and then we're going to go talk to them too, as if they're Henry Timrod, and hopefully Dr. Lab will come through. Well, not hopefully, I'm trying to deter him from coming here, really, so I can get more about Dr. Timrod. But the last page of our friend looks like this. So you can see where that bloodstain looks like a man writing at his desk. And they keep it under glass because it is a diseased bloodstain. So when we get over there, obviously you're going to be filming directly on them, so that way they can post that shit for their social media stuff later, because a lot of people like to do that. I'm going to keep you on mute at this point, so that way I can focus on what's going on there. I definitely want you keeping an eye on your word list, because if it's not going to come through Trill, a lot of times it'll come through another spirit box, and yours is going to be the only other one that we're using right now, because obviously I'm putting Joy on mute. EMF, again, we've already talked about that. 2.5, I'm excited, but I may send you around one quick round robin around the park at the end of our session to see if we can get anything else. We have gotten triple digits during these sessions before, but I will tell them what to expect. And we're going to keep a nice tight circle, just like this. Other tourists that are coming through here, I don't need them going, what the hell's Nick up to next? So you guys get the point. All right, let's go talk to a ghost. You ready? Joy's like, I'm not sure about this. You got like real calm and subtle all of a sudden.
What did you do, Mary?
She got shot.
This already recorded, right?
Yeah, you can sit there. Yeah, you're recording. So Joy, I can take your spirit box since we're not going to be using it because it's loud. All right, so here you two. Let me tell you what to expect out of this whole mess, so you guys know what the program is. Trill, we're going to start with you. You're going to literally repeat whatever you hear, even yes or answers. You're not going to know what the questions are, it should look like a conversation. If I ask our ghost if I'm wearing a black vest, I'm expecting you to say yes. So literally just say whatever comes out of your spirit box. You've been listening to it for over 2 hours. It should be pretty decent. We're getting better. So again, just say whatever you hear. If you're too loud, I will tap you on the shoulder. Okay? So when we're done, yeah, that means, because we have neighbors, I don't want to get too loud. You're not going to be able to hear me. Most people, when they get under there, they get really loud because they have headphones. So almost try to keep it to a whisper. In the event that we can't hear you, I'll have somebody lift up your earmuff and just say louder. Keep it nice and simple. Okay, when we're done, I'm going to tap you on the knee. So that means you take off your own gear. So I try to keep my touches to you guys very subtle. And if I I have a female doing this portion of it. I don't touch them at all. I make sure a family member does it for me. With your end, you've kind of already seen like how this goes. You're going to see images. Just tell us what you see. So if it's two people sitting on a bench or a tree, say two people, bench, tree. If he's not saying much, I may ask you further questions like what's the time period? What are they wearing? What's their ethnicity? You know, those kind of things. Like I want to ask some details. We're all going to see the pictures afterwards, just like what we did with the class. So you get the point of how this is going to go. You may get 0 images. You might get 12 images. We're going to be doing this for 10 minutes. This is the only thing that I time of what we do. In the event either one of you starts breathing a little heavy, I'm probably going to tap you out. So just kind of keep that in the back of your brains. So when you're watching your breathing, I don't write anything down until I get back to the office. And on my way back, I try to remember the things that you said that were relevant. 4 or more direct answers that come out of Trill that are going to be directly relevant to our space or our ghost that I just told you about is what I call a success. Anything less than that is either slightly successful or it was a dud. So I'm very, very fair and honest with this. So, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Alright, so blindfold up, headphones, turn the spirit box on. So, what are you doing? I need that thing on your face.
sorry.
Put this thing in there.
Oh.
You can't see anything in there yet. Have you ever used one of these before? Virtual reality cam. There is a focus on here, so in case they are blurry. What you doing? You're playing something. Have a great night.
Xbox? Oh, about to say.
Lined up for you. Find that it's going to. There we go.
Oh, immigration, whispers.
And ready to run. If you're here, LAU, start communicating through Trill right here. Let's start off with something about your occupation. I'm setting up the green box that we use. So by all means, you can use that as well for images. This is how it goes, man. Your focus is right here in the center.
I see two white men.
Really?
Yeah. One with blue kind of looking pants and white long sleeve shirt. The other one,
What time period are you looking at?
I don't know.
Henry, is that you and Paul? That's a yes/no question.
You call my name.
Call my name. Henry, did you bring somebody else here with you today? Oh, and Dr. Ladd, if you're here, this is the time to tell me the code word.
Let's go.
Henry Timrod, let's talk about your application first. We got a picture of 2 men so far. So if that was you and Paul, just let me know. You can say the word Paul, the word yes. I'll take any of those answers.
Reminding you.
Reminding me of what? We started 2 minutes ago. 11:02. Henry, I was asking about your occupation. Why don't you tell us what you did for a living, and then you can try to be specific.
Him and his daughter.
Him and his daughter. I don't know that Paul had any daughters. I missed that part. You said? You got another image? Or are you just giggling at?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
She can hear us, by the way.
Oh.
Henry, if you're here, you need to let us know. I usually ask for your occupation or something relevant to that. You can give us images and maybe some of the tools that you used. You can tell us what tools you used. And I'll let you lead the conversation, but we need verification that you're here first. Somebody named Henry calling you? Why you got our light on? I was wondering where that light was coming from. Yeah, we don't want all that on. There we go.
I see another. It's a room.
Split up.
It got a hallway.
Okay. The hospital?
It got a room like right over here. And it got a hallway straight. And then it's like a doorway over here.
They all do, just like you were doing.
Yeah, because it look, you know, yeah.
Like it got
Well, the funny thing, he said split up, and I think we'll do it. Split up.
I'll be number 7.
Number 7. Remember I told you guys about Dr. Bob's birthday? It's July 7th, 7/7. Number 7. So we get another one. It's kind of a clue. Henry, is Dr. Ladd here with you tonight?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh.
I saw you just said that.
So if you can hear me, try not to play with the volume. We want to make sure you're not hearing the questions. Dr. Ladd, are you here, hiding in the background somewhere? Gentlemen, you know we don't do this for long. It's a short window you have to communicate back to us. And these are folks that haven't done this before, so it can be difficult for them. So try to be clear. He is. Henry, can you tell me something about the doctor? Maybe what he looks like?
Face.
Dr. Ladd, if you're here, tell me that code word.
Okay.
They've been under about 5, almost 6 minutes so far, just so everybody has that idea. Henry, let's get back to you. Let's talk about your son for a minute. Can you give us the date of your son's birthday? It's a holiday.
It's a candle, and somebody blowing it out. Oh, sorry. And it's like this.
It's funny because that's kind of the same image we had last night.
He said I don't talk about that.
Don't talk about his son.
Wait, what if the sun blowing out the candle flame?
Okay. Henry, I respect that. Let's talk about your wife. Let's talk about how you met your wife. Can you tell me how you met her or what her name was?
Sundown.
Henry was his
27 more points.
Was his wife's teacher. He was her English teacher, and she was only 16 years old when they met. I want to say they're about 8 or 9 years apart, but that's how they met. Henry, can you verify how you met your wife?
It says built a home and watched it burn.
Wow, that's serious. I want to say that the schoolhouse that he taught at was burned down. I'm going to look that one up. I'm not really sure. Henry, I know we got a lot of noises out here tonight, Henry. Things you're probably not used to hearing. Can you give us a little bit more further detail about your wife? Dr. Ladd, I'm still waiting on that code word if you can find it.
It says briefly.
Any numbers coming out of yours?
No, it's nothing.
Henry?
I see some.
I missed that part from there too. Henry, can you tell us what sound we would normally hear out of St. Michael's Church? Now, it's for Henry directly. We're kind of hearing that similar sound out of that bicycle right now. What do we normally hear out of St. Michael's Church? I actually had that as a direct answer last night, like the person said that.
Talk to myself for hours.
Talk to myself for hours. I know you're normally lonely out here. What do you got?
It's like it's something red.
Well, I got 6.5.
6.5?
Yeah, and then it went away.
It's like, I
It's a
don't,
good thing.
it's like a room, I guess.
Okay.
Something red.
It's a red room.
No, like, it's something red. Like, is it like a chair or something, I guess?
How old is this chair? What time period is it from, you think? Take a guess. Modern. Old wood.
Wait.
He hasn't said anything for a minute. What notice that? It's about time to tap him out anyway. He just moved his hand out. He seems to be okay. Again, this can be like trance-like. You want to pay attention, like what's happening. The fact that he hasn't said much. Henry, we're gonna wrap this up. Can you tell us goodnight, or if you want us to go home? Henry, Dr. Ladd, going once.
Bird. Bird.
Oh, he's not a fan of me. I'm bugging him right now. Going twice, Dr. Ladd, Henry Timrod. Okay, let's go. Go ahead and peel that thing off your face.
Stop
What's
recording.
going on? You doing all right, man?
Yeah.
You got pretty quiet.
At the end, it kind of just got nothing.
Okay.
Stop recording.
Yep. Stop your recording.